At one point in Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Cure, when we are on the terrace of a building and Detective Takabe talks about criminal psychology with Sakuma, he says this very revealing line about how he perceives his work.
そんなつもりはない。俺はただ犯罪を説明する言葉を探してる。それが俺の仕事だ。
It is fascinating to see that both the detective and the psychiatrist constantly ask themselves if there are any novels or films to explain the perp's crimes. This not only sets the film in a satirically postmodern context, but also reveals the grave obsession with language this world carries. An obsession that in many instances goes beyond the reality of the act of murder itself. It is no wonder that the film dehumanizes the opening crime scene by adding ironic music to it, but becomes very real and intense when the detective has a conversation with Mamiya inside his cell. As psychoanalyst Jack Lacan states, language is a structure of the unconscious.
もう一度聞くぞ。本部長の藤原。あんたは誰だ？
君、私の何が聞きたいんだ？
And it's almost as if the characters in the film are drawn more to this unconscious rather than the conscious, more to the symbol of X carved onto the necks of the victims rather than the common act of murder itself. So the actual world of the film has this sense of creepy emptiness and dysfunction in it. When we look at the detective's own house, its silent movements are filled with the drone sound of a running washer-dryer, which reveals itself empty when Takabe opens the lid. While the detective's conversations with his wife show us an endearing sense of care and concern he has for her, when the talking between them stops, he's reminded of the mental condition of his wife and the dark reality of their situation. This dynamic builds up to this extremely paradoxical moment in the film, when the two are clearly on their way to the mental asylum, but his wife asks him details about their vacation spot.
美味しいものたくさん食べよう。あなた何食べたい？
ふみえ、沖縄に行くんじゃないんだよ。
ええ。
This is the moment that drives home the dichotomy between language and reality that we hinted towards in the intro video of the series. The wife stands for the dark, empty, mundane reality of Japanese life, while the detective stands for this desperate attempt by language to hide and repress this very reality. What is said by the characters often very clearly contradicts what is being shown by the visuals of the film. Language is often just a tool of deception in this story, going hand in hand with the very concept of hypnosis that makes itself evident as the story progresses. So now that we have arrived at the topic of hypnosis and psychoanalysis, let's head to the next part of our analysis.